And I'll just welcome everybody. And hey, another team huddle tonight. We got Christine Curtis Carr and me and Rebecca. And tonight, our star will be Christine Curtis. Christine. Coach Christine.
I like that. That sounds cool. Coach, I've never been called Coach Christine. I like that.
That's so amazing because to me, you seem like you're you're very athletic, and I always thought of you as being like a coach.
Cool. Thank you. I'll take compliment.
You probably played volleyball, didn't you?
I did play volleyball in high school.
I could tell.
I did.
My daughter was a volleyball player too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not one of the tall ones. One of the setters.
Okay, well, I'll start then, and hopefully if anyone is listening to the recording, this will be good for them as well. So depending on when we're there, but for us tonight, just a few reminders to keep accumulating your points. Keep working on getting those points. Depending on when you join will depend on, how many you need. Also, hi, Bob.
Hi.
Also, if you haven't weighed in, make sure you get that recorded ASAP. Becky, when is the cutoff for that?
I have not heard yet. I'm assuming it'll be the 14th, like the last weigh-in date. But, every challenge has been different, and I just kind of go with the flow. I think on the last two challenges, we had to weigh in within 3 days, and this one's different. So I don't know, and I will endeavor to find that out, and I will post it on our challenge wall.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Well, tonight I talked to Becky beforehand, and so I decided that I would talk a little bit about water, and then Rebecca and Bob and Becky, if you would share also the different ways that you get your water in for the day. I have a few notes. I wrote down some clever ideas. Did anybody watch that water video on the homepage? They actually did a chugging contest with water. So if you have time, it's really funny because they're chugging like this. It's like 32 ounces of water. She's chugging this 32-ounce water, and she's just getting water like all over herself. So if anything else, it's going to make you laugh. So it's kind of fun to watch. Some things that I didn't know about water is that, well, first of all, water, 60% of our body, I guess they say, is water. And water helps maintain balance in our body. It helps with digestion and maintain our temperature. It helps control calories, makes us feel full, energizes our muscles, especially when exercising. I don't know about y'all, but I can always tell if I haven't had enough water, and then I go hit the gym. It's like I get real tired. Like I'm sure, Rebecca, with all the walking that you do with those dogs.
Yep.
Can you tell?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely.
When my legs start getting really tired. Yeah. It's like, oh, I better go drink some water before I hit the next round of dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And yeah, for me, that's being part of the challenges. That's been the number one thing that's totally just completely changed my daily habits and routine. Is remembering to drink enough water. It helps our skin look great. So 2 thumbs up for that. Because if you don't have enough water, it can dehydrate you and make your skin look dry and wrinkled. It also, what I really like, just a moment of personal sharing, I only actually have one kidney. And so I know that water really helps kidney function. And so even though I always thought I was drinking enough water, your kidneys do an amazing job of cleaning out your body as long as you're taking in enough fluid. And so water really helps with kidney function and really just can help with your overall health. So those are some interesting facts about water. Does anybody else know any that I didn't mention they'd like to add?
My son has one kidney also. He was born with just one kidney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's got to watch his water too.
Watch the water. Yep. So, yeah, us one kidney people in the world, we got to drink all that extra water. Although I think everybody probably should. It's good for you. So I found out some interesting things that you can do to kind of spice up your water. I love water. I love the way it tastes. But I don't know. What about you, Rebecca and Bob? Do you like the taste of water, or do you think it's just okay? You like it, Rebecca?
I think water's fine just by itself. Yeah, I don't have any trouble drinking it. I'm not like my grandpa who said, if somebody could figure out a way to make chocolate water, they'd make a fortune. I'm like, I like the taste of water.
Here in Des Moines, in my city, we have chlorinated water, and it doesn't set well with me. Other people can drink it all they want, but if I drink a good glass or two of it, it just makes me feel not good. So I drink bottled water. That's where I get most of my water, and usually through coffee. So
through coffee.
Yeah. I do the these bottles. They're just about 17 ounces. 16.9 times 5 is 84 ounces. So I'll make, my thermos holds 2 of those in the morning, so that'll be my coffee, and that's my 2 bottles of water there. And then the other 3 bottles come from just drinking water, or maybe a little bit of skim milk or something, like 4 ounces or something with my, I use with my shake. I do that once in a while. That's where I get my water.
Good. That's great. What about you, Becky?
This is I love these big bottles. I have another one that I have that's got a straw in it, and it's 30 ounces. This is actually something I got at the gym today because I was had drank all my water. So I needed to get some more, and it's 34 ounces. It's sweet. And you know what? This is my 4th one. I'm telling you, I have really bumped up my water intake. I used to, whenever I was on the weight loss part of our program, in the books it says to drink 64 ounces a day. And so when I did that, I thought I was really doing well. And but ever since I've been in these challenges where you get points for drinking 80 ounces, I've really, I'm very competitive about the points. That first challenge, Rebecca, we were on we only had 1 point for drinking 80 ounces, but I still went for it,
Mm-hmm.
But I realized when I started doing that my weight was, that first challenge I was in, I selected maintain, and I actually lost by the end of the challenge. And then, so this one I'm actually selecting weight loss. And so I've actually, most of the past week, ever since I started this challenge, most days I'm over 100. And a lot of the days I'm at 120 by the end of the day. And how I've done it is I just had started off with that 30-ounce bottle with a straw in it. And I put ice in it. And I like the taste of water. So yeah, so I just, as soon as I have my coffee in the morning, I only have a couple of cups of coffee. Well, maybe 3, maybe
4, or maybe
7.
After 10:30.
Bob is honest. We can all be honest. That's good. I'm a coffee person too. I don't know how to have the water before the coffee. I gotta have like the coffee first.
I know, me too, usually. But I have endeavored to, if there was a cup of water around, I would do it. I would try to have a cup of water before I have my coffee. But most of the time I do the coffee first. And it's just, I just love coffee in the morning. But after 10:30, I don't usually have coffee anymore, except for decaf. I like if I go to a luncheon, I almost always have the coffee there. And because they have good coffee there. But I always have decaf, and unless it's like really early in the afternoon or something like that. But in the evening here, I have my Keurig and I have decaf. Or I've been having Take Shape for Life has this fantastic tea that I just love their tea, and it's for nighttime, for right before you go to bed. So I have enjoyed having that, and I got that at National Convention last year. They gave us that in a coffee cup, which says "Take Shape for Life" on it, for free. so anyway, I guess what the thing that's helped me drink more water is the challenge itself for the points. But then I'm going to keep doing it afterwards, and I'm going to just try to have at least the 3 bottles. And I have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, early evening, by the way. So this is number 4, and I probably won't go to bed till about 11 tonight, and I'll be done with this at the end of the hour. So if I have something else tonight, it'd be hot tea from Take Shape for Life or decaf coffee, one or the other. But anyway, so I just like water and drinking and having the bottle with me all the time and trying to do time intervals. But I did watch that video. Kim Fisk is so funny. She's the one who did the video. It's like 9 minutes long, and I wish if I can remember the day, I'll put it on the challenge wall if you didn't watch it that day. But it was her and one of her coaches, and they're chugging it. And I was thinking, that's an interesting thing in case I ever get behind on my schedule. I could just go and chug.
You could.
I do.
Go ahead, Bob.
I do green tea, jasmine tea, and oolong. Those are the teas I have here at the house if I want.
Are any of those caffeinated?
Oh, sure they are.
That's why you can't get any sleep.
No, I have those like once a week maybe on a special occasion. So no, not.
I love hot tea. I have both. That has caffeine and some that is decaf as well. But I love hot tea. I drink a lot of hot tea.
Me too.
And in the winter, that's a good way to get your water in.
It's a fun hobby, and it's something different. You can have lots of different flavors, and it's still a great way to get your water in. And iced tea and hot tea. I mean, I enjoy both. Being in Texas, iced tea is everywhere.
Yeah.
you have to ask for the unsweet here in Abilene because they'll just assume you want sweet tea with lots of sugar. So you have to, and they're like, "Are you sure you want this unsweet?" And I'm like, "Yep, I want unsweet iced tea." But that's a great way as well. Does anybody ever add flavors to their water, like make a pitcher of ice water and put mint or orange slices or anything, and then put it in the fridge? And it's kind of neat because it infuses the flavor a little bit. In that way you get like a mint flavored iced water. If you just chop up some mint or orange slices or lemon or lime, or even if you wanted to use another kind of fruit like watermelon, you can throw it in your water pitcher, put it in the fridge. A few hours later, it takes on the flavor of the fruit, and you can strain the fruit out. Or if you're eating fruit, you can eat the fruit. I know, Rebecca, are you the one who likes the raspberries? Yes, I think raspberries will do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it'll do the same thing in your water. So, I don't know. I think that's a clever idea. I know Becky has talked before, and on her Facebook, she had the celery, chopping the celery up and putting it in the lime water, or putting it with lime and water. And celery, as well as cucumbers, have a ton of water in them. So in terms of like a green vegetable, that's another just added way to get water. One of my favorite suggestions I've ever had that somebody gave me once for water was to eat red pepper flakes. The kind that come with your pizza? Yeah. To just take a little bit, put it on your tongue, and then your mouth, you will be so spicy you will have no choice but to drink like 3 glasses of water immediately to get rid of the spice in your mouth. So if you're really struggling, like really you're having a hard time getting your water in, there's like your, oh, this is going to force my hand. I thought that was really funny. I've actually never tried it. I have enough, self-discipline to drink the water. But if you don't and you need a little kick, pun intended, you can try that.
I do have one more suggestion that one of my clients came up with one time. She goes, she was having I was always encouraging her to, and I was just trying to get her to do 64, right? And she goes, so I said, why don't she, so she goes, she was really encouraged and said, I'll endeavor to do this. So the next week I called and she said what she had done, she had gotten the prettiest picture that she has in her house. And she filled it up with with clear, pure water and lots of ice cubes, and put it right there in her kitchen so that every time she went in to have something to eat or walk through her kitchen, because she worked from home, she would have that just sitting there on a pretty towel with her prettiest glass. And she said, it just looks so refreshing that I would pour me one every time I went in the kitchen and I would have it. So that's another thing. You can just kind of, especially like if you're eating 6 times a day, like a lot of us are, you go into the kitchen to get your next fueling, and you can have some water.
So also on Amazon, I actually bought a water bottle that I carry with me to work, and it's an infuser. So you can put your fruit or your whatever you want, your cucumbers or whatever, on the inside of the infuser. And so you carry it around, and you can just change the water during the day. You fill it back up, and you still have your fruit or whatever that was in there from the beginning, and you can fill it up during the day, and you still have the same fruit because you use it several times a day. And I actually gave it out as Christmas gifts to all my friends at work because they loved mine, and it was like $6 or $7, and so it was great Christmas gifts.
Awesome.
I don't know if you want to check it out. Yeah.
Maybe you can put the link on for Amazon. Put it on our team wall.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Another thing that you can do, this is just a fun game you can play with yourself, and then you can go buy yourself, something, whatever you like to do. For me, it might be a puzzle. You can think of your wallet, and every time you go to a restaurant, see how much like the soda or whatever else, see how much it is, if it's like $2.50, and get water instead, because it's usually free. And just drink the water, and then that money that you saved, like put in a jar or whatever, and be like, okay, that's I'm just going to think that as an extra saving. I saved, $2.50 this week, or I saved $5 this week because I ordered just water, and it's an extra way. So just kind of think of your wallet. You can kind of play a game and see how much, just sort of like a little change drawer, or just kind of see how much you save up by switching to water, and then go buy something for yourself. And then another tip that I read that I thought was neat was to think of 16 ounces of water as your appetizer. Which I was like, but, still, if you think of before you eat, drinking 16 ounces of water might kind of slow you down, make you feel full. A lot of times we are just thirsty, or we're really thirsty, but because we're also hungry, we overeat if we're sitting down to have a meal. Mm-hmm. So those were just some tips. Does anybody else have anything else? Those were some great suggestions that everybody's made already.
Yep.
Any other ideas?
Yeah, this has been a great one, Christine. Good
Those
job.
were great. Thank y'all. I'm curious to see the water bottle with where you can put your fruit in and it infuses. That sounds really good. So I hope to see that on our wall.
Yeah, I'll take a picture. I'll make a picture and so you guys and put on there. I'll do that tonight.
And it's a great idea for Christmas presents. I love that.
It was great. It was great. Or a secret Santa or anything like that. It was a great gift.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, is there anything else, Becky, that I left out?
No, we like making it short and sweet, and not taking up too much of everybody's time in the evening with our plans and stuff like that. So we'll just go ahead and end this, and we can say goodnight like they do at the Waltons. Good night, everybody. I'll get this recording posted later tonight. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Becky.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Christine. Good job.
You bet.